Okay, welcome to my series on web authoring using Photoshop, Dreamweaver, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. This set of videos is going to walk you from start to finish through the entire one particular method of designing web content. So first of all, I want to show you the finished product. Here's what we're going to end up with. This is a fictitious website. I call it Java the Hut. This is a coffee shop located on campus 24 hours a day that students can book a table with study with their friends or what have you. So what you see in the very front, this is the kind of a splash page, this kind of introduction. You notice that it looks like it's a Flash presentation, but a little bit of a closer look that this is not Flash. This is JavaScript, not Java, but JavaScript. So the feature here that it's gonna it should work in your favorite iOS Apple devices that do not support Flash or Java, and kind of an added little bonus. So you click on the splash page and you come into the website. So the website uses a very simple rollover menu. You notice that there's a lack of drop-down menus, which have kind of become out of style in the last little bit. So you click on the different web pages and you can see here that the design basically stays the same, which is pretty much like what you see in other websites like Facebook and eBay. Is the design is the same, it's the content that changes. So we're doing the same thing. So again, the header, the sidebar, and the location of the content is the same. Okay, but what changes from page to page is the actual content itself, right? So the particular method I'm going to show you how to do it is you can create 4, 5, or 6 pages that have the same design and different content, or you could create like a million different pages with the same design and different content. It doesn't matter, and it's very easy to create. It's a snap actually. So that's the basic website. Now the technology we're using. First of all, we're going to use Dreamweaver. So here's a picture of where we're going to end up with at the end of this set of tutorials. So here I am in Dreamweaver, okay, and you can see on this side here, you can see the file structure, okay. Notice the green folders. That's going to be very important for us later. Okay, so here we have our HTML files. You notice the HTML coding is extremely well laid out. Actually, I use quite a strict structure of how I want things laid out. We'll be using a combination of automatically generating code, using hand coding, and basically ripping code, which is pretty much a reflection of what people do in real life. So you notice here that we're also going to be using CSS. So here's my CSS style sheet. Okay, and we'll also be using JavaScript. All right. Actually, we're going to be using JavaScript in a couple different places. The intro page you saw is basically a JQuery called the Nevo slider, and I'll be showing you how to basically plug that in. All right. So that's the technology we're using. This shows you Dreamweaver. The next, it shows you the end result of what we're going to be doing. Now, we'll also be using Photoshop. In fact, we're going to start in Photoshop. So here's an example of what we're going to be looking at. So first of all, let me go View, Show, and I'm going to turn off the slices. So when I see that the advantage of doing it in this way that I'm going to show you, this particular method, is a full and complete control of what you want it to look like. If you can design it, if you can see it in your head or draw it on a piece of paper, you can have that design. So in this case here, what I did was I drew the design in Photoshop, okay, and you can see here in the layers how I did that, okay. So I just kind of separate everything into layers. In particular, I want you to know it's a links layer. So what I could do here is I could turn off my rollover links. Oops. Okay. I could turn off my rollover links here. Okay. I'm going to turn on my non-rollover. So you notice that there's two different layers that are almost identical. One is a rollover look of it. So if you go back to the website, we're going to use JavaScript to get this very simple rollovers working, just like that. Okay. That's going to be a feature in Dreamweaver actually. So here's the end result of what it's going to look like in Photoshop. Again, let's have a look at the slices. So when we're done in Photoshop, we're going to look at it's going to look like this. Now I'm going to give you all the graphics. So you're going to take my graphics and you're just going to slide it into the file, and then we're going to go from there. Normally, you would design this yourself. You would draw it yourself. Okay, so a couple other loose ends that I want to talk about is that I'm going to be using Dreamweaver and Photoshop. If you don't have these programs at home, you could go look online, go look for Dreamweaver and Photoshop, and you could download a free demo version, use it for 30 days, and you could try it. And you could go through the tutorials like that. There is a zip file that you'll have to download in order to go through my tutorials. In which case, I provide you with things such as the graphics you see here, and certain other files. If you're in my class, you could download from my website. If you're not in my class and you're viewing this from YouTube and want to follow along, just look to the YouTube comment page. I'll have a link to the download. You need to download it, uncompress it, and we'll start there. Okay, so how to proceed is simply follow along the videos, click to click. I'm going to talk fast, I'm going to move fast. That's because I know that you can stop the video and rewind it and replay the part that is confusing to you. And I'm going to walk you through basically the entire process, click by click. And of course, if you're a student in my class, you can stop and ask me questions anytime. And I hope you guys have fun with this tutorial, and hope you learn a lot of great stuff. I'm going to start in the next video with giving you a description of the web authoring process. Okay, I'll see you later.